Kodak didn't just fail, it collapsed in a way no one saw coming. A company that once controlled 70% of the photography market wiped out almost overnight. But here's the disturbing part. Kodak actually invented the digital camera, then buried it.
A Kodak moment used to mean something. A moment that was so special that you issued a camera to capture it forever. But it wasn't a camera moment, it was a Kodak moment. That's how big Kodak was.
Oh, boy, we missed you. It's a Kodak moment.
Its size and growth over its existence can largely be attributed to the company's willingness to innovate.
This is the story of how Kodak destroyed itself. To fully understand when and why Kodak is quickly losing 93% of its market share, we need to take a few steps back to when it all started. In 1888, George Eastman founded the Eastman Kodak Company, revolutionizing photography with the introduction of roll film and the Kodak #1 box camera. This innovation made photography accessible to the general public, eliminating the need for complex equipment and technical expertise. By the mid-20th century, Kodak had become a dominant force in the photography industry. The company's market share soared, controlling nearly 70% of the U.S. film market. Gross margins on film products were more than 65%, underscoring the company's profitability. Kodak's influence extended beyond technology. It became a cultural icon. The term Kodak moment entered everyday language, symbolizing the act of capturing significant life events. Advertising campaigns emphasized the importance of preserving memories, reinforcing Kodak's position in the hearts and minds of consumers. The company's business model was straightforward yet effective. Sell affordable cameras and generate ongoing revenue through film sales and processing services. This approach not only democratized photography, but also ensured a steady income stream, solidifying Kodak's financial stability for decades. However, as the digital age approached, Kodak faced challenges that would test its adaptability and resilience. In 1975, Kodak engineer Steven Sasson invented the first digital camera. Despite this groundbreaking innovation, Kodak's leadership feared that digital technology would cannibalize its lucrative film business. This reluctance to embrace change marked the beginning of the company's decline. As digital photography gained momentum in the 1990s, competitors like Fujifilm adapted by investing in digital technologies and diversifying their product lines. In contrast, Kodak remained heavily reliant on film, underestimating the rapid consumer shift toward digital formats. By 2003, digital camera sales had surpassed those of film cameras. Kodak's market share plummeted, and the company's profits dwindled. In 2012, Kodak filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, marking a significant fall from its once dominant position. What about the revenue? At its peak in the 1990s, Kodak was generating over $16 billion in annual revenue and controlled nearly 90% of the US film market. But when digital cameras became popular in the early 2000s, things started to fall apart. By 2005, Kodak's revenue had dropped to $13.5 billion. By 2010, it had plunged to $7.2 billion. And by 2012, when the company filed for bankruptcy, revenue had fallen to $4.1 billion, a 75% drop in just over a decade. The biggest reason? Kodak's customer base vanished. Millions of everyday consumers who once relied on Kodak film switched to digital cameras and smartphones. Photographers no longer needed film rolls, and printing photos became less common. Between 2000 and 2010, Kodak lost tens of millions of customers who preferred instant digital photography over waiting to develop pictures. At the same time, competitors like Canon, Sony, and Nikon took over the camera market, while Apple and Samsung introduced smartphones with high-quality cameras, making Kodak's products outdated. The company had once dominated photography, but by the 2010s, it had become irrelevant. The decline of Kodak had profound implications for its hometown of Rochester, New York. The company's downfall led to massive job losses, contributing to economic hardship and a rise in poverty rates within the community. The impact on Rochester serves as a poignant reminder of the broader consequences when industry giants fail to adapt to technological advancements. Kodak's story teaches us an important lesson. If you don't keep up with change, you'll be left behind. The company was once the leader in photography, but when new technology arrived, it didn't take it seriously. Instead of embracing digital cameras, Kodak ignored them, thinking film would always be popular. That mistake cost them everything. Despite its decline, Kodak's legacy endures. The company played a pivotal role in making photography accessible to the masses, and its early innovations laid the groundwork for modern imaging technologies. Today, Kodak continues to operate on a smaller scale, focusing on commercial printing and imaging solutions. The company has also experienced a resurgence in film production, catering to a niche market of enthusiasts and professionals who appreciate the aesthetic qualities of analog photography. Businesses need to pay attention to what's happening around them. The world is always changing, and companies that don't change with it will struggle. Kodak's story is a reminder that no matter how big or successful you are, you can lose everything if you refuse to adapt.